She's worked for the last 16 years, filed taxes every year, with the same social security number, never with a different name.
This man is preparing for the worst. He doesn't want to be identified.
Heard a loud pounding at the door. Looked to see who it was, and there's two officers. They lied to gain entry.
Last year, his wife of 4 years was arrested in their home, accused of being in the country illegally. She could be deported any day now.
She understands that what she did was wrong, but she came over and applied for political asylum years ago, and they gave her a social security number and permission to work. Then she got her political asylum denied, and they said, you have to leave. Your country's not dangerous. Even the judge said your story is credible and you're inconsistent.
She turned herself in to the authorities years ago when her now ex-husband started beating her. He was deported, and before he left, he said he would kill her if she came back. She stayed in the U.S. after a judge ordered her to leave for that reason, and because she couldn't afford the plane tickets home for her and her kids.
If she gets deported, I'll have to get a second job to replace her income. And I get 2 jobs working full-time, I won't be able to supervise the kids, and that's what we're really worried about. We spent $4,000 on forms. We're still looking at spending another $3,000, $4,000.
Since his wife's arrest, this man has stayed late at work almost every day filing immigration paperwork because he can't afford a lawyer. He's applied for a stay of deportation 7 times now.
He said, ICE denies, lawyers reapply, it's a business. And I'm like, what is this?
Just doing nothing, to me, is not an option. And so that's why I'm pushing this bill.
Republican State Representative Steven Sandstrom
Just says we're going to enforce the law. I'm not creating a single new law.
Immigrants are part of the core values of what this country is all about.
and Democratic State Senator Luz Robles are 2 lawmakers who have involved themselves in the immigration debate in Utah that will likely influence the fate of the anonymous family. A number of groups and individuals have criticized Sandstrom's immigration proposal, though Robles' proposal isn't without its own strong critics, including Sandstrom, who says her proposal is
Ridiculous. It's extremely irresponsible.
In principle, it works. What I am against is that there's no reason why states should be involved in immigration policy.
local advocate for Hispanics and a Hispanic himself. Tony Apias is against both proposals.
They always talk about the rule of law, but we can interpret the rule of law in any way you want to make your position. The law is broken. I mean, we just have to be able to fix that so that it works for us today.
We do have a broken immigration system.
Robles agrees with Yapias with regards to the law,
The fact that Congress continues to fail to do this is embarrassing.
but she disagrees on whether states should be involved at all.
Historically, states have been very proactive in being laboratories for solutions.
Frequently, the answers that the federal government ends up with come from the states.
Jason Mathis is one of many authors of the Utah Compact, a document created by various political, business, and religious leaders in the Utah community with regards to immigration.
The compact is really not a policy-specific document, and that's by design. It really is an expression of Utah values, and I guess my hope would be that the compact is almost held up as almost a litmus test for any bill that comes out of the legislature that deals with immigration.
The motivation of that compact was to derail my bill.
Sandstrom says his proposal is in line with the compact.
And that compact in nowhere gives anything to tell me that we shouldn't look for people that are violating the law in our state and prosecute those people.
The Utah Compact is bluntly clear.
Robles disagrees,
If he wants to deport soccer moms,
especially with regards to breaking up families, the issue about which our anonymous family is most concerned.
In her country, in the last several years, there's been it's almost 4,000 women have been murdered. They have a less than 2% solve rate.
This man says his wife would rather sit in jail than go back to her home country.
So what could I do? I could teach English there. I could make $15 a day. Even with that, we'd still be way below the cost of living. She says, stop doing that because there's no way I want you going. So my wife's worried that I will get hurt, injured, killed, or kidnapped, or somebody in the family will.
The problem that this causes, all of this causes, is the separation of our families.
Yapi says generally every type of immigrant brings benefits to the community, like work that no one else is willing to do, and money through their spending and paying sales and property taxes. Sandstrom strongly disagrees.
That's not even an issue to talk about because they're violating the law. They're illegal. And so it doesn't matter what the benefits are, it's irrelevant.
The debate seems far from over, and this family, like many families and individuals, is caught in the middle and running out of time.
The federal government needs to step up and solve the issue, but it's okay for the states to weigh in and provide some good ideas to the federal government on how to do that.
She's been active in church, active in the community. In fact, she even went to a swearing in of U.S. citizens so she could picture herself raising her hand and becoming a citizen. You say, well, it's unfair because they're coming over illegally or unlawfully and butting in line ahead of all these people that are waiting legally, and that's true. That's true. It is unfair, but the complicated process and the papers that have to be filed, and it's just insane.
Jacob Rascone, Salt Lake Tribune.